Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today we have another story time for you guys, and I hope you guys are doing well. For starters, if you are new to the channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you like my videos, go ahead and check out the rest of the videos, and if you like it, you might as well just subscribe. Alright, so we are about to do another story time. Now this is a part 2 to my story time on, what are we gonna name this boy? So if you guys have not checked that video out, go ahead and check that video out before you come and watch this, because you're gonna be mad confused if you try to come here and watch this video. You're gonna be like, who's who, who's that, who, like, you're gonna be confused or whatnot. Also, I'm going to leave the video down below in my description box. So if you guys are looking for the video, I'm just going to leave it in my description box down below. We're going to get into part 2 of Epic. So if you guys remember... Damn! It's going to be a cold winter in Houston. Y'all hear that wind? Do y'all hear that wind? Y'all know if y'all from Houston... Okay, let me not get off topic. All right, Irene. Tell the story time. These people about to click off the video. Anyways, basically, if y'all remember Epic was the boy that I kind of talked to in 9th grade, and my friend ended up sleeping with him. So boom, Epic ended up dating this one girl, and he was kind of in love with her, he told me, and he ended up choosing her over me. And cool. How I see it nowadays is, if you choose another girl over me, you better stay on that side of town for the rest of, like, y'all know how people be giving vows and y'all be like, to death do us apart. Oh no, you better stay on that side of town to death do you apart. Because how I feel is, if you choose somebody else over me, that means that you indirectly just told me to my face that that girl was better than me. So if you feel that that girl is better than me, I hope you make that right decision, because don't try to come back or double back when you and that girl don't work out, or when you feel that that girl can't do for you what I could do for you. Don't try to double back, you know what I mean? Because the grass is not always greener on the other side. And bitch, if you ain't on my side, bitch, the grass ain't green. Bitch, the grass is brown, bitch, if you ain't on my side. Okay? So fast forward, like, you guys, if you guys do not know, I ended up leaving that high school that I was at and moving to a new high school. So at this time, I'm at my new high school. I'm in my new neighborhood. I forgot about Epic. I didn't really forget about him, because he kind of took my virginity, kind of. But, you know, I kind of dashed him out of my head. Like, I kind of dashed him out of my head or whatnot. And I was talking to new guys at my new high school. So I wasn't really worried about Mr. Epic, to say the least. I wasn't worried about him, right? So fast forward to 12th grade year. I still wasn't worried about Epic, still did not like see him, but Epic ended up following me on Instagram again, because I unfollowed him. When he ended up choosing that other girl, it was no beef, but I just did not want to see him. I didn't want to be around him. I didn't want nothing to do with him. So I unfollowed him on all social medias. I even blocked his kick. Like, I was done with him, y'all. Like, I was done, right? So 12th grade year, I get a notification and I see that Epic followed me. I'm just like, okay, so I just followed him back, because like I told you guys, all this shit happened with Epic 9th grade year. I was just like over it at that time. I'm like, okay, whatever, we're in 12th grade, like, that's 3 years later, like, I don't care no more, right? So he follows me and he doesn't say nothing to me. He doesn't say nothing at all to me. He never DMs me, never I think the most he would do is like my pictures, but he doesn't say nothing to me. Towards the ending of 12th grade year, Epic starts messaging me. I don't know what switch went off in his head, but he just started messaging me. He will always slide up on my story. He'll be like, you look so pretty. Like, he would just always give me compliments. He'll be like, wow, Irene, like, you look so pretty, you look so beautiful, this and that. I know. I know. I know. So yeah, so he would give he would give me a whole bunch of compliments, and I'll be like, yeah, yeah, that bit, that. I had to bring the camera close, because my titties are just sitting, and I don't want YouTube to try to demonetize me, because YouTube been trying to demonetize me for anything nowadays, y'all. You will slide up on my story and he'll be like, you look so pretty, this and that. I would not pay his ass no mind. I would just be like, oh, thanks. Sometimes I wouldn't even reply. I wouldn't even, like, I'll watch the story and I'll click away. Like, I'll watch the notification of him DMing me and I'll click away. Like I said, it was no beef. This was 3 years later, but why are you messaging me? Like, boy, bye. Like, back it up a bit. So fast forward to my freshman year of college, I ended up going to the gym. Y'all know I like to work out. So I went to my gym regularly. After the gym, y'all, I don't know what I thought I was. I don't know who I thought I was fooling, but I ain't gonna lie, I used to go to the gym, and I don't know. We need to have a sit down. We need to really, as a whole group, have a sit down and talk about how people be really putting fast food restaurants right near the gym. Like, why? Like, have y'all not noticed that near the gym there's a fast food restaurant right there? Like, why is there a fast food restaurant near a majority of the gyms? The gym that I used to go to back then, it was a Popeyes, and I would never go to the Popeyes. Like, I legit would never really go to the Popeyes, but on this day, baby, I was hungry. Like, when I tell you guys I was hungry, I was hungry. I don't know what it was, but when I left the gym, y'all, I was so hungry. I was like, nah, I have to get something to eat, right? So skirt, I pull up to the Popeyes, and I ended up going inside. I ordered something mid, like nothing. I didn't go order like a whole like biscuits and fried chicken in there. I know I ordered like probably grilled chicken or like black and tenders. I don't know. Not grilled chicken. Y'all know what I mean. I didn't order nothing mad. But as I'm getting my food and I'm walking out, I see this black Charger right in front of the building. I'm just looking like, okay, like I didn't really think anything of it because the windows were tinted, so I couldn't really see on the side of it. But y'all know, like, sometimes the windows be tinted, but you can see through like the windshield, because the windshields don't really, you know, sometimes on cars the windshields don't really be as tinted as the windows are on the side. So when I looked at the back Charger, I didn't think anything of it because I just seen it. I was like, oh, okay, everybody in Houston drive a Charger. Like, that's normal type shit to see a Charger. So I just seen the car, and even though it's normal in Houston to drive a Charger is my dream car. Like, I don't know if you guys, what the hell is on my head? I feel like something is moving on me. Ew. But Chargers are my dream cars. Those have always been my dream cars. When I first seen the car, that's what kind of caught my eye. Like, oh shit, it's a Charger. So I'm looking at the car and I'm like, oh shit, like, okay, it was just a normal Charger. It wasn't like a, oh my god, a SRT. It was just a normal like Charger, but I like Chargers, you know? So I'm looking at the car. I can't see into the car because the windows are tinted, but the car ended up turning, and when the car ended up turning, I ended up being able to see into the windshield. Oh, why is it epic? Why is it epic? I'm looking like, oh my god. And mind you, I know Epic was probably looking like, oh, Irene's been staring at me and not saying hi, because I know Epic probably seen me before I seen him, but like I said before, his windows were tinted, so I really did not even know that was him in the car. I was just looking at the car on some like, oh shit, it's a Charger. But he probably thinking I'm looking all up in the car and not speaking, you know what I mean? So I see Epic and I was just like, mind you, I have my food in my hand and I'm just like, y'all, I'm not saying hi. I literally jotted my eyes. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I be a little awkward around guys that I used to mess with. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. I just get a little awkward around guys I used to mess with. Like, especially if we ended on bad terms. I don't want to talk to you. Don't talk to me. Like, no. So as soon as I found out that it was Epic, I turned my eye and I jotted to my car and I left, right? I get a notification from Epic talk about something, so you gonna see me and not say hi? Epic, you could have pulled down the window and said something if you really wanted to talk to me. You don't want to talk to me. Let's keep it a buck. Epic really wanted to talk to me and he really felt like, oh shit, where's Irene going? He would have been like, oh, Irene, like, what you doing? Like, da da da. He just say nothing to me. Like, boy, bye. Like, what are you talking about? So I was just like, I don't even remember what I replied, but I think I lied and said I didn't see him. Yes, y'all, I lied. I said, I didn't see you. So he was like, girl, stop playing. You see me? Like, he was like, you was looking all up in my car. You see me? I was in a black Charger. So I'm like, fudge. I didn't know what to do, y'all. So I was like, oh, that was you? Like, I had to play it off, right? I'm like, oh, that was you? Like, oh, shit. I didn't even notice that was you. And I just gave him the rundown. I was just telling him, like, I was looking at the car because I like Chargers. So I was just looking at the car. I didn't even know that was you in the car. Like, da-da-da. And so, yeah, me and him started having a conversation from there, right? I don't really remember how the conversation went, but I know that I cut it short because, like I said, I didn't have beef with Epic, but I wasn't too fond of Epic to be talking to him. And so yeah, so I just cut it short. Like, I didn't really care to talk to Epic, right? You know, the weeks go on and stuff like that, and Epic is still doing the same shit that he was doing before, sliding up on my story, calling me cute, calling me beautiful. And so we start talking one time, and I'm not gonna lie, I will ignore him, but Epic was very persistent, y'all. Like, Epic did not care about me ignoring him. He will be talking to himself in my DMs. I just started talking back with him. It wasn't like on some like, oh, I like him again, I want to start talking to him. But I just started engaging with him because I really don't like ignoring people. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like, I don't like ignoring people at all. Like, I feel some type of way when people ignore me, so I try not to ignore people. But at the same time, not everybody needs to be spoken back to. And that's one thing that I have to, like, that I've learned throughout the years as I've gotten older. I start ignoring people now. I ignore you. If I don't feel like talking to you, I ain't gonna talk to you. You know what I mean? Because, yeah, like, when people ready to get rid of you, they gonna get rid of you. So you never should hesitate to get rid of somebody if you feel like they need to be gotten rid of. You get what I mean? I will start having conversations with him, and like, it was nothing serious, like just like little mid shit, like, you know, mid stuff, like, oh, like, you know, what you been up to, like this is and that. And I'm telling him like, oh yeah, I go to this college, this is and that, like having like build conversations. But even with me replying back to him, I will always keep it short and cute. Like, whenever he would start trying to get into like how he misses me again, I would legit shut it down, or I would not reply, or I'll be like, oh, you do? And then when he says, yeah, I do miss you, I'll stop replying, because baby, I don't miss you. Do you not remember what you did? You slept with my friend. You chose another girl over me. Like, you lied and said that you never slept with me. Like, you just did a lot. You know what I mean? Like, you did a lot. So fast forward to, I'ma say, this is like when I was 22, 23. Oh, guys. Oh, I'm all over the place with this story time. Y'all, I'm everywhere with this story time. Guys. Okay, so let's fast forward. Let's rewind a bit, okay? Let's rewind back to when he followed me again on Instagram, right? Epic ended up having a child. I don't even know how I forgot that. So he ends up having a boy, a baby boy. So he ends up having a boy, right? And I'm just looking. I'm scrolling through the Instagram. This is when he first followed me again at 12th grade year. Scrolling through the Instagram, he with the boy, this is and that, blah, blah, blah. And that is what it is. Remember I told you guys in the beginning, he wasn't really like talking to me. He would just like my pictures, this is and that. He was with his baby mama. So he used to post his baby mama. He'll be posting her, I love her so much, the love of my life, blah, blah, blah. He posts his boy. He had a kid, y'all. He had a whole family. And that's probably another reason why I didn't care to follow him on socials again. And because I was just thinking like, oh, he started a family. Like, you know, I don't really, like, I'm not thinking that he gonna try to talk to me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just thinking, oh, he started a family. He not worried about me. Like, he probably just following me on some like, oh shit, that's Irene from 9th grade year. Let me follow her, right? So we get to talking, and this is, okay, so let's fast forward. Let's go back to the point where I said I started engaging in conversation with him. Now, one day, me and him was talking, and he starts talking about how he missed me. Mind you, Epic will always say that he missed me in my DMs, and I will always find some loophole out of it. I'll be like, no, you don't, or I'll make up an excuse, because it's like, bitch, I don't miss you. Like, I don't know, like, first of all, what do you miss about me? And like, what do you think I miss about you? Like, you didn't do nothing but bring danger to my life. I don't miss you. I'm so sorry about it. And I'm never gonna tell a nigga that I miss him if I don't miss him. I'm just not. I'ma just float around it, because I don't want a nigga to be like, yo, I said I missed you, and you said you missed me too, and this is what you do. I don't miss you. One day I was like, Epic, where your BM? Where is your BM? I had to ask him. I got tired of him being in my DMs. Where your BM? Why you in my DMs when you got a BM? And so, and mind you, when I seen the child, I said, okay, first of all, I had no expectations of messing with Epic again. But when I seen that little baby boy, when I seen that boy, I said, I'm definitely ain't messing with a nigga with kids, right? So my brain was never processed to mess with him again, right? So I'm like, where your BM at? Honestly, like, you know, we just couldn't make it work out. Like, you know, she just required too much from a nigga and shit like that. And, you know, we got into it too much. Like, she's still cool. Like, you know, she's still my partner and all. But, you know, we just co-parenting. For you to go co-parent and leave me the fuck alone. That's what I should have said, y'all. That's what I should have said. That's what I should have said, y'all. But me being the nice little old Irene, and I know some of you guys be watching my story and y'all probably be thinking that I'm a mean person. I am not, guys. I'm actually a very, 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 I don't like to say I'm a nice person, because if you got to say that you're a nice person, then you ain't really a nice person. But I'm gonna just tell y'all, I'm a very gummy, sweet, gummy girl. Like, I'm a very nice person. Ask my friends. Like, I could be rude. I'm not gonna sit here and lie, but I have a nice gummy heart. Like, I have a very, very gummy heart, and I'm very forgiving, right? So I didn't want to be mean to him. So I was just like, oh, okay, I see what you're saying. He was like, yeah. He was like, I do not mess with her at all. He was like, we literally just co-parent. We don't have, he told my son, we don't have no beef, so you don't have to worry about her confronting you. Bitch, I don't have to worry about her confronting me, because I'm not gonna be with you. Why are you like making it seem like you're advertising a relationship with me? Why do you want to be with me? You don't want to be with me, Nigerian. Why you want to be with me now? I don't even know how I got out of that situation, but I know I got out of it because I stopped talking to him after that, right? So fast forward to when I'm at PV, and I think at this time I'm 22, right? I'm 22, and I'm pretty sure that Epic was probably 23 or 24. I think Epic was a year or two older than me, because when I was in 9th grade, he was in 11th grade. So fast forward to 22, Epic, of course, like I said, y'all, Epic was persistent. Like, he didn't let up. He kept trying to talk to me. He was not letting up. He did not care. Like, he did not care about my rejections. He didn't care about nothing. So he DMs me again, and he finally sends me, I don't know what he sent me on the DMs, but I think he asked for my number. He was like, can I please have your number? And I'm just like, ugh. In my head, I'm like, should I give this nigga my number? Should I not? Like, I'm confused. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I was just like, against my better judgment, I'm just like, I'm gonna just give him my number, right? I'm not worried about Epic. One of the main reasons why I was not worried about Epic was because I was at PV. And y'all, I used to use PV as an excuse to so many of these guys, man. It's so many like Houston niggas that like I used to fuck with, or like Houston niggas that was trying to fuck with me that I did not want to be, like, I didn't want to have nothing to do with them. I would lie and tell them I was at PV. Y'all, PV is an hour away from Houston. Some of them niggas would be like, oh, I could come up there. I'd be like, no! Bitch, I would lie and say that my apartment don't do visitation. Bitch, my apartment was off campus. Bitch, I don't want to see you. At this point, I would just lie. I said, man, what's the worst that can happen? I'm at PV, this nigga in Houston, being a parent and shit like that. Like, I'm not gonna link up with him. Like, you know, I'm not tripping. So I gave him my number, right? The boys text me and he's like, hey, this is Epic. I'm like, oh, hey, Epic. And he starts having a conversation with me. I'll leave him on red eventually. Like, I did not care to have conversation with Epic, right? Like I said, Epic was persistent. So one day I get a call and it's Epic. And I'm like, I remember so legitimately telling one of my friends, like, girl, why is this boy calling me like da-da-da? Like I'm complaining about him, right? So I answer the phone, of course. And as I answer the phone, I'm like, oh, hey. He's like, hey, Irene. Like, he's like, you know, I texted you the other day. You never replied back to my text messages. Like, he's just giving me the rundown. And I'm like, oh, I was busy. I was in class. I'm lying. I'm using my school as an excuse to lie. I'm like, oh, I was busy. I was in class. He was like, oh, really? Oh, okay. Like, he starts talking to me on the phone. Oh. He starts having a normal conversation with me. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, even though I did not want to talk to Epic, it was a very, very chill conversation. Like, Epic knew how to hold a conversation. He was a very good conversationalist, if that's even a word. He was a very good conversationalist. He knew how to hold a conversation. So when he got on the phone with me, I didn't even have to say much. That boy could talk a mile a minute, and his conversations were very interesting. He talked about everything. So when he got on the phone with me, I didn't want to talk to him, but that boy started talking, and it was comfortable. Like, I started warming up to him. I started getting more comfortable to him, and like I started talking and conversing with him. Like, we're talking, we're chopping it up and everything. We're talking about everything under the sun, right? I tell him that I had to go because I actually really did have to go. So I'm like, Epic, I gotta go. Like, I'm gonna call you later. And Epic was like, are you gonna call me later? Are you really gonna call me later? And I'm just like, yes, I'm gonna call you later. He was like, are you promise? In my head, I'm like, bitch, I said yes, I'm gonna call you later. But I was just like, yes, Epic, I'm gonna call you later. So he was like, all right, I'm gonna hold you to it. So I get off the phone with him. So I'm like, damn, I gotta call this nigga later. Because like I said, me being the nice person that I am, if I say I'm gonna call you later and you ask me if I promise, I'm gonna call you later. Like, I'm one of them people, you know how I tell, like, y'all know how, okay, let's say something is coming up and I gotta go, and I say, oh, I'm gonna call you later. Most of the time when people say they're gonna call you later, they ain't really gonna call you later. I'm one of them people that's gonna call you later. Like, I actually really feel bad if I don't call you later. But yeah, so fast forward, I end up calling him at nighttime, because when I had talked to him at first, it was daytime. He tells me, he's like, oh yeah, like, we start talking and stuff, and he starts talking about his son. And I personally feel like his son is what made me fall back. I'm not gonna say fall back in love with him, because I was never in love with Epic, but y'all know what I mean. Like, his son is what made me like start liking him again. The way Epic talked about his son, and I know what we say, ladies, I know we can't talk to no guy with kids, I agree, but y'all, the way Epic, I don't know about y'all, but if y'all talk to a guy with kids before that actually really take care of his kids and adore his kids, y'all just know that it just warms your heart. Like, when you see a man, especially a black man in America, like, actually giving his kids the world, like, it adores your heart, because it's like, especially when him and the girl did not work out, because some guys be thinking that because they ain't with the girl no more, they don't have to take care of the kid. Like, some guys be very ass backwards. So just seeing him take care of his kids and talk about his kids and stuff, it just warmed my heart. All jokes aside, bitch, nowadays it ain't gonna warm my heart, bitch. As soon as you tell me you got kids, I have already mentally checked out. So bitch, you can tell me that you took your motherfucking kids to the Eiffel Tower, and bitch, I'm gonna tell you not to take them again, because I ain't talking to no nigga with kids nowadays. But back then, you know, I was very delusional. He's talking about his kids and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh, that is so cute, this is and that. Like, I'm just giving him the rundown, right? So he ends up talking to me, and he ends up saying, like, how would you like to be a stepmom? A what? Bitch, I don't even know how to wake myself up on time. How can I wake your kid up on time? I am not gonna be a stepmom. Like, that's just not that's not me. And if I'm gonna be I would be a sexy stepmom though. But I ain't gonna be a stepmom. And y'all, ain't nothing wrong with kids. Okay, let's say we in our 40s and 50s and stuff, and like y'all are stepmoms. I don't see nothing wrong with that, because I personally feel like by the time you get to that age, a lot of people have divorces, a lot of people have kids by then. That's like 40, 50 years old. We didn't already all, like, by that time majority of us find our, like, you know, the one, and then we might think it's the one that we might break up. And then, so yeah, if I won't mind talking to a nigga with kids if we're like in our 40s and 50s. I feel like that's gonna happen if you're talking to like, you know, guys at that age. But at the same time, baby, we are in our early 20s. What do you mean stepmom? And mind you, he's not the only guy that's asked me to be a child stepmom before. I'm gonna give you guys a mini story time, then we're gonna get back to epic story time. There's this boy in my neighborhood. I used to buy from him. He used to sell or whatnot. And so one time I picked up from him. I was going to a party and I picked up from him or whatnot. And while I was about to drive off, because I was in my car, I knew he was with a group of guys, but I couldn't really see because it was nighttime. So while I was in my car, the boy that I bought from, he came to my car and he was like, yo, Irene. I'm like, yeah, what's up? He's like, one of my guy friends want to talk to you. So I'm like, well, tell him to come to the car. Like, I hate when guys do that. So the boy ended up coming to the car. The boy was cute. Like, the boy was actually very handsome, and he was very, 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 very respectful. I'm not gonna lie to you. And he said, hey, like, you know, he was like, you know, I really, really think you're pretty. He was like, I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous to come and talk to you. That's why I sent my homeboy, but I promise you, like, I really want to talk to you. Can I please have your number, right? I give the boy my number, and we start texting and stuff. And like I said, very, very, very respectful. Right, so the next day comes along, and the boy asks if he could call me, and I was like, yeah, sure, I don't mind. So we get on the phone with each other, very respectful, and you know, we're just chopping it up. It's an introduction. This is the first time me and him actually have a conversation on the phone, right? Within 20 minutes of us talking on the phone, everything is going perfect. And the boy is talking, and while he's talking, he starts saying, you know, sometimes I gotta make sure, like, you know, my kids. The boy said kids with an S at the end. How many fucking kids do you have? Mind you, y'all, the boy is my age or like a year older. At this time, I was like 18. The boy's like 19 or 20. So I said, wait. I said, you got kids? He was like, yeah. I was like, how many? He was like, I got 2 girls. I was like, oh. He was like, yeah. He was like, so like, I'm gonna be real with you. He was like, I got 2 girls. They both come from the same girl or whatnot. And then he tells me that he's looking to settle down. He is not looking for no playfulness, and he's also looking for a stepmom. He said that I think he said something like him and the girl, I don't know, he said something about the girl, but basically the boy said that he was looking for a stepmom. Mind you, while he's talking, y'all, my jaw is open on the other end of the phone. I'm like, then at the very end, this boy has the audacity to say, and I thought that you would be the perfect candidate. Bitch, I'm not gonna be nobody candidate in Jesus' name. I'm not gonna be the candidate of nothing. So at this point, I said, bitch, I almost hung up the phone. Bitch, I almost hung up the phone on him. Don't you ever insult me like that. So I'm looking like, what? Like, y'all please let me know in the comments down below. Like, do I give vibes of a stepmom? Do I give you guys nurturing vibes? Do I give you guys vibes that I will really take care of a kid? Because this boy, mind you, y'all, I'm quiet on the phone. I'm like, he's like, yeah, like, I really think that you would be the perfect candidate. He said, you are so beautiful. Like, he was like, da-da-da, like, I'm just like, and he was like, and you just give me nice, like, nurturing vibes. The boy legit said that I give him nice, nurturing vibes. He's describing me and everything, and he was like, just from this little conversation that I had with you, I can tell that you will be a perfect mother. He was like, don't get me wrong, I will. He said, and then he was like, I don't have time for no playing. He said, I really I'm looking to date. I'm not looking to play around. But like I said before, the boy was very respectful. So the boy told me, he said, look, he said, if that's not what you're trying to do, he said, I 100% respect it. I know that me having 2 kids might be a burden, and not everybody wants to be a parent. So if you ain't trying to be a parent, let me know now. Bitch, I tapped out. Bitch, I told him no. I told him no. I said it in a respectful manner, but bitch, long story short, I told him no, and we ain't never talk again, right? I blocked that number. Did I block his number? No, I didn't even block his number. He just never messaged me again. Like I said, the boy was respectful. Like, the boy was mad respectful. He was like, if you don't want to do it, I'm good with it. And I told him, I said, look, I'm very young, because I think I was 18. I said, I'm very young. I'm not trying to settle down. I'm trying to have fun. Like, you know, I'm not trying to be like, you know, taking care of kids. I just want to have fun. And nah, that's not my type of vibe. And he was like, okay, I respect it. And we talked a little bit more, and we got off the phone, and we ain't never talked since, right? So this ain't the first time a guy has told me that he thinks I will be a perfect stepmom. Epic is telling me the same shit, but like I said, me and Epic, we had history, so it was kind of different when Epic told me. But I straight up told Epic this. I said, look, Epic, I said, I don't want to be nobody's stepmom. I said, I just want to date you. Like, I know that sounds so selfish, but if I'm dating a guy with kids, especially right now, I would never date a guy with kids. But I'm just saying, if, let's just hypothetically speaking, saying I'm dating a guy with kids, right? If I'm dating a guy with kids, those are not my kids. Like, don't bring them around me. Like, I know that sounds so rude, but like, I might look at the kid and say, hi, Bubby, but that's it, bitch. After I say hi, Bubby needs to go to his room and play with his toys. Back to the story. I'm just telling Epic, like, look, I don't really care for kids like that. I don't mind, like, you know, being around you. I don't mind dating you, but don't expect me to take care of your kids. And he basically told me straight up, he was like, that's cool with me. He said, that's cool with me. I don't care. He said, if you don't want to take care of the kids, that's fine. He was like, you're not in a relationship with the kid. The kid, they got their own mama. He said, I was just asking. He said, but if you don't want to be around the kids, he said, I'm 100% fine with that. And at this point in time, like I said, Epic always had this type of, Epic was a manipulator, to say the least. Like, Epic was the type of person where, like, he don't ask you, he tell you. You know how, like, I'm not even thinking of talking to this guy again, but he's manipulating me, talking about when we get together again, do you, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, he always had this type of, like, persuasive type of manipulating type of personality to always reel me back in. He would never ask me and be like, Irene, I want to be with you again. I'm sorry for what I did. He'll be like, you know, so when we get in a relationship and da-da-da. And I'm just looking like, we ain't even cool. We ain't even cool. So, yeah. So that situation happens, and from that moment on, me and Epic, we start talking. Now, I'm a little hesitant to talk to Epic. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. So throughout the time that me and Epic start talking, y'all, I'm not gonna sit around and say that like we argued a lot, but like we would get into like little debates about things. And Epic was the type of person where like if you don't agree with him, he gets upset. But he tries to act like he's not upset, but like you could actually, like the whole mood would switch. So let's say we're talking about basketball, right? So like it will be little shit. Like he will say that he really likes basketball, and then I would say, oh, I like football. And then Epic will like legit like be like, well, let me tell you why basketball is better. Basketball is better because of da-da-da. And ain't nothing wrong with that, because if I tell you that I like apples and you tell me that you like oranges, I'm gonna tell you why I think apples is better than oranges. That's just human nature. But you could tell that like he actually would take some of these things personal. Like if I would tell him, oh, I like this, and he would tell me he likes that, and he doesn't agree with what I like, he would actually get mad. Or like if I told him an opinion on something and he didn't agree with my opinion, he would actually get mad. I forgot to add this in my story time, but also another thing that Epic used to do a lot is that Epic would go days, sometimes even a week, without calling me. Now don't get me wrong, Epic, he texts me every single day, but bitch, we are not pen pals. Like you do not need to be texting my phone every day and not calling me. And then when I would call him out on it, this boy would give me his whole schedule as if I was a calendar he was writing on me. He'll be like, at 6 a.m. I go here, at 10 a.m. Bitch, I don't care, call me! And it would turn into like, not arguments, but it would turn into little debates. And then like he'll shut me down. Like he'll be like, well, I don't even want to talk about it no more. I don't even want to talk about it no more. Like I don't even care to talk about it no more. And if somebody tell me they don't want to talk about something no more, I'm not going to talk about it. So me being me, I'm trying not to make the phone conversation awkward. So I will tell him like, oh, like, okay, well, let's talk about something else. And like I will try to change the subject, but I could tell that he has an attitude from that previous topic that we talked about, because when I would try to change the subject, he'll be dry on the phone. He'll be like, yeah. And remember I told you guys Epic knew how to hold a conversation, so I knew for a given fact that Epic had an issue with me. Well, ask him, I'll be like, hey, like, is there a problem? And he'll be like, nah, I'm good. He did that shit all the time. So one day we get on the phone and we start talking about something. And the thing is, the conversations will always start off good, and then it would just go like completely left. And I'm not saying we'll be yelling and arguing, but like he'll disagree with something that I like or something that I say, and then like it will just be dry from that moment on. Like he wouldn't argue, but it will be dry, right? So one day we get on the phone with each other, and I really do not. Oh, okay. So then we started arguing about being long distance. This nigga was acting like I was in Connecticut. Like I was not in Connecticut, bro. Like I was literally an hour from you. You could have planned something. So I started like having issues with him because Epic was always busy, y'all. Like me and Epic would literally only talk on the phone for like 2 hours. Don't get me wrong, Epic would text me throughout the whole day, but like me and Epic would only talk on the phone for like 2 hours every couple of days, because Epic was always busy. And then when he had his son, I would not hear from him like that. Like, which I understand, like he co-parenting, he taking care of his son, but the weeks that he would have his son, y'all, I would barely hear from him. Like it just kind of like just started feeling like, why are we acting like we're in a long distance relationship? Like, nigga, you're an hour away from me. Like, come and see me, plan a date, do something, like, you know what I mean? So I confronted him on that, and I told him, I said, look, I understand you've been busy, because he was a mechanic. He was in IT school, and he would take care of his son, and his IT classes, his IT classes will be like legit all day long. He will work as a mechanic early in the morning, like 6 a.m. and then he will go to IT school around 12 p.m. and he won't get out of IT school till like 9 p.m. And then he did a lot. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. Like throughout that whole day, like I said, he will be texting me, he'll be messaging me on social media, sending me snaps and everything, but he did a lot. Like he did a lot. So I wasn't trying to like press him hard, but I just told him, I said, look, you know, we've been talking for a while. I personally feel like you should have been came and seen me by now, because I had not seen Epic. The months that me and Epic were talking, I had not physically seen him. The last time I seen Epic was at Popeyes, y'all. That was the last time I seen Epic. That was in what? That was when I was 19 years old. So the last time I seen Epic was when I was 19, but we will be on the phone FaceTiming and talking and shit. Like, you need to plan one of these weekends to where we can meet each other. We're not long distance, y'all. I don't know what this boy thought I said, but this boy started going off on me. He was like, you know I'm busy, you know I'm busy. He yelling on the phone. I said, ah, bitch, I almost said, ah. He he's yelling at me, yo. He's yelling at me. So he's like, you know I'm busy. You know I'm busy. You're being selfish. You're being like, he's just going off, right? He's just going off. I'm quiet because I was shocked. Like, this boy never yelled at me. So I was, well, other than the 9th grade year. But like I said, this boy never really yelled at me like that. So he's going off on me. He was like, you know. He was like, don't you know that I would have been playing something with you? We're only, like, he is going off. So I'm quiet because sorry, y'all. It's a lot of noise going on outside. Like, me personally, I didn't know what to say. And I wasn't about to have a shouting match with him, right? So I'm quiet, and he tells me, he's like, I'm gonna call you later. So I'm like, okay. So I called him later, right? Well, he called me later. So he called me like a day or two later. I don't remember. He called me a day or two later. And he tells me, he's like, look, I'm not trying to fight with you. He was like, I'm going to see you. Like, he was like, you think I don't want to see you? He was like, we've been talking for months. We haven't seen each other. I haven't seen you in so long. You think I don't want to see you? I do want to see you, but I got to get my shit together before I come and see you. He was like, I can't be hanging out with you and my shit not together. This and that. Like, he giving me all these excuses, blah, 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 all this bullshit. Ladies, if a guy, let me tell you something about a guy. When a guy wants you, he will stop what he's doing to try to make it work with you, to try to see you, to try to get to you, to try to stay. Like, he will do what he needs to do to see you. Especially when me and this boy live an hour away from each other. Like, what is stopping you from one of the days, just one of the days you're off? But the thing is, the days where like he wasn't really doing anything, he used those days to sleep in because he wasn't really sleeping a lot. I kind of got where he was coming from, but at the same time, I just wanted to see the guy I was talking to. And at this time, y'all, I really started liking him again, right? So we talked that situation out, and we end up changing the subject. We end up talking about something so differently, right? This time, y'all, my birthday is approaching. It is September. My birthday is approaching. So I told him, I'm like, I want to send you a wish list. And he's like, okay, send me the wish list. So I'm making the wish list up, and I'm telling him, I want this for my birthday. I want that. Like, I'm on the phone. And Epic is like, send me the wish list. Like, don't tell me. He's like, don't say what you want on the phone. He was like, I have bad memory. Send me the wish list. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm typing up the wish list, and we start talking about something so totally different, right? So fast forward to my birthday. My birthday comes, and Epic texts me at 6 a.m. and he tells me happy birthday. So I wake up. I remember that day specifically. I had a test that day. At this time COVID hit, y'all. We were still doing online classes. There were no classes in person. So I remembered that I had a quiz early that morning in one of my classes. So when I woke up in the morning, I was trying to prepare for my quiz. I think the class started at 11 a.m. He texted me at 6 a.m. and I woke up at 9 a.m. So when I woke up, I texted him and I said, thank you so much, Epic, this and that, you know, the usual. And Epic, he ends up calling my phone. I guess he was like, oh shit, she's up. Let me get on the phone with her, right? So we get on FaceTime, and he's like, happy birthday. He's singing and stuff, and I'm like, thank you. And so we're talking, we're laughing, we're playing on the phone, and he's like, what you gonna do today? And I'm giving him the rundown. I'm telling him, well, I got a quiz in the next hour, so I'm gonna get prepared for that quiz, this and that, and then I'm gonna go here. And he's like, are you doing anything for your birthday? Now, I wasn't doing anything for my birthday, because me and my friend, we had a combined like birthday kickback little party. They got shut down. That hell got shut down. But like we did stuff like that prior weekend, because my birthday was on a Monday. So we had already did things. So I didn't plan on doing nothing like on my actual birthday, right? Because I had a lot of shit to do, like school related wise, right? I'm just telling him that, right? So he's like, oh yeah, like he's like, oh shit, like, oh, you got a lot of work to do, huh? I was like, yes. And I was telling him, I'm like, man, like we threw a kickback the other day. The kickback got shut down. The PV police department was trying to kick us out. Like, I'm just telling him what happened. So I don't know where he says, and mind you, y'all know PV is a HBCU if you guys don't know, and PV stands for Parire View if you guys don't know. Parire View is a HBCU, and Parire View has this negative connotation on it in Texas. A lot of people view Parire View as ghetto and ratchet, and like a lot of the times, like if you tell people that you went to PV, they will like try to, like, not everybody, but I've seen people try to denounce my degree in front of me. Like I've had time periods where like I tell people that I was majoring in chemical engineering, and they'll be like, oh shit, and they'll be like, where at? And I'll be like, at Parire View A&M University. And they'll be like, oh, that's probably easy, like, you know, PV seemed easy to me. And I'm looking at them like, so you mean to tell me because it's an HBCU that STEM all of a sudden got easy? Like, no, like, it's still engineering type shit. Like, people always try to knock PV down. So here come Epic, someone who has never attended PV. He goes, yeah, I heard that school ghetto as hell. So I was like, mind you, I didn't find no offense to it. He ain't the first person to make a comment like that. If you're from Texas and you didn't attend PV, you probably think that too, right? So I'm not mad at that comment. I'm just like, okay, well, I go here, so let me just educate you. So I told him straight up, I said, look, I said every school has its ups and downs. It just depends on who you hang out with. If you hang around a bad crowd, you might get some ghetto behavior. If you don't hang around a bad crowd, you might get some normal behavior. But it just depends on who you hang around with. I said PV is not really ghetto. People try to put a negative connotation on PV because it's an HBCU. I said, I'm not saying that ghetto shit don't happen at the school, but it's not like when you go to PV, and if you went to PV, you'll get what I'm saying. When you go to PV actually not really that bad of a school. Like, it's actually really not that bad. Like, it's actually a very chill school. Like, we're a family out there. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I have friends that went to a PWI, and they tell me that they wish they went to PV because of how much of a family like we are at PV. If you go to PV, you know what I mean. So I'm just telling him basically everything I'm telling y'all, I'm telling Epic. No, PV not good, PV ghetto. Y'all, Epic starts yelling at me, I'm like, I'm literally looking confused. Like, he gets so mad, y'all. Like, he gets very defensive. He's like, PV ghetto, PV ghetto. My cousins go there. They told me it's ghetto. They told me it's ghetto. What did I tell you guys? If you hang around ghetto, you're gonna say it's ghetto. If you hang around normal, you're gonna say it's normal. I'm telling you from my experience, and mind you, that's what I told him. I said it really just depends on who you hang with. Every crowd is different. I said the crowds that I associate with are not ghetto, so I don't see the school as ghetto. Like, it depends. This is a big university. You cannot say a whole university is ghetto just because your cousin and them hang around ghetto people. Like, that don't make sense. So I'm just telling him that, no. He starts getting so mad. He was like, you see, this is the problem with you. This is the problem with you. You always want to argue. You always want to argue. I'm looking at him like, I'm not arguing. I'm just telling you what I have to tell you. Like, if you say something incorrect, I'm going to correct you. Like, no, I'm not. First of all, I attend the school. You don't attend the school. You could talk about your mama, your cousins, your great-grandma, your cat, your dog, your fish, your turtles. You could say everybody went to the school, but you personally did not go to the school. So you personally should not have this, like, you should just say like, oh, I heard that's what people told me about the school, but I'm not sure if it's true. But you should not have this, oh, my cousin went there, so therefore it's true. No, like, I'm telling you, like, not everybody at the school is ghetto. Because, mind you, he started, like, saying, like, yeah, they said y'all don't be learning nothing. They say y'all stupid out there. Like, y'all don't be learning nothing out there. Like, now you coming from my character, because you basically saying that you said y'all, you know I attended school. Now you coming from my character because you basically trying to say that we don't know nothing out there. And then on top of that, Epic wanted to do Epic like cars. That's why he had that charger. So Epic used to do speed racing. I don't know if you guys do that in your city, but like, you know, where cars race each other on the road and shit. He used to do them race cars, and like, you know, he used to actually gamble, and he used to win a lot of money like racing cars and stuff like that in the north side of Houston. So he was into cars, and he told me that he wanted to have his own like mechanic shop and stuff like that. And he told me that he wanted to do mechanical engineering, but he said that it was so hard. So he was just thinking to himself, why don't he just do tech? Because tech is like low-key equivalent to mechanical engineering. Y'all know what I mean? And, you know, tech is different though, because tech, they're hands-on. Tech is more, if you go to a tech school, it's more hands-on. Mechanical, if you go to like a university and you study engineering, it's more math sciencey kind of, which I kind of wish that engineering was hands-on like tech, because like the funny thing is we learn all this math science and shit, and then we graduate, and then we end up doing hands-on work, and we look confused because we ain't never really did hands-on work at school, you know what I mean? But basically, long story short, Epic told me that he ended up just doing tech because he he couldn't get into engineering because it was hard. Like, he couldn't get into the thought process of doing engineering, right? So he starts talking about, yeah, they said y'all dumb. They said y'all dumb. Y'all, I dead ass want to say, and that's the reason you couldn't do engineering? If they said they were dumb, why aren't you doing engineering? Oh, okay. Okay. I know for a given fact that Parire View awards the most degrees to STEM programs in the state of Texas. I know that for a given fact. And I did engineering, y'all. I'm telling you right now, those teachers were hell. Now, I ain't gonna lie, we finessed and shit like that, but them engineering teachers were hell. Like, they gave us hell. Even my friends, that when if you already, first of all, you know for a given fact that if you know PV, or if you attended PV and you in a nursing program, or you know someone in the nursing program, you already know how Parire View's nursing program is one of the hardest nursing programs that you can ever do, because those teachers give you hell. Like, they low-key don't want you to make it. They kind of feel like we have it easier because they didn't have phones back then to cheat and shit, so they make shit harder than what it is, right? So for you to be on the outside trying to look in, talking about that we are all dumb at the school, he was like, all of y'all are dumb at the school. You couldn't even do engineering because you said that it was too hard. So if you felt that we were all dumb, why couldn't you come and do the major with me, buddy? Don't you dare. So then, and mind you, I'm trying to talk and he's talking over me. So, mind you, he's yelling. I'm not yelling. I'm confused, y'all. I just woke up. I still haven't cleaned out the snot from my eyes. I haven't brushed my teeth yet, y'all. So I'm confused as to why he's yelling at me. Y'all, he's legit like, no. I'm like, no, that's not, no. Like, he cuts me off. Then he says, even my mama went to PV and she said it was ghetto. Your mom went to PV how long ago? What? Like, I'm confused. Like, what is this? He's like, yeah, my mom went to school. My mom went to school and she said it was ghetto. My mom went to school and she said it was ghetto. So then I said, this is what I said. Mark my words, y'all. Mind you, my voice is calm. I'm not screaming. This boy's screaming at me. I'm not screaming. I said, Epic, it does not matter what's like, I said Epic, it shouldn't matter that your mom went, because first of all, your mom went a while ago. And I said, Epic, it doesn't matter who went, whether your mom went, whether your cousins went. It's up to you to go to the school and actually get like your own experience. You talking about my mama? You talking about my mama? Oh my gosh, she's talking about my mama. Bitch, I'm not. Mind you, this boy goes in an uproar, y'all. He's like, she's talking about my mama. She's talking about my mama. She's talking about my mama. You damn sure you talking about my mama. Bitch, you talking about my mama. He called me a bitch, y'all. He called me a bitch. He's like, bitch, you talking about my mama. Bitch, you talking about my mama. Bitch, you talking about my mama. He was like, my mama dead. My mama died. My mama died. My mama died. He keeps saying it. I said, my mama died. My mama died. My mama died. Your mama died. Your mama died. Your mama died. Bitch, I know by now. Damn. God damn. So, I'm sorry to the headphone users, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. All jokes aside, to the headphone users, I'm sorry if I'm screaming in y'all ear. But this boy is going off on the phone. Bitch, every time he said die, bitch, I jumped. My mama died. My mama died. My mama died. Bitch, your mama died. I'm so sorry. So I'm trying to talk over him, but he is screaming, y'all. And I'm like, I'm not talking about you. You talking about my mama. You talking about my mama. Boom. He hangs up the phone. I'm startled. I'm shocked. My heart is pounding, y'all. I just woke up, guys. Mind you, I know this conversation kind of is taking forever, but this shit all happened like in a matter of 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes, this shit happened. So, y'all, I'm confused as to how it went left this quickly. I'm confused as to how he went off on me. I'm just so confused. So, I texted him and I told him, I said, don't ever text this phone again. Like, if you didn't want to give me a birthday... And I know some people about to laugh and be like, okay, Irene, but how I see it is this. If you didn't have my birthday gift, you could have just said that. I personally feel like he tried to start an epic fight with me on my birthday so he couldn't get me nothing. That's how I feel. Because where did you get that I was talking about? Why would I be talking about your dead mama? Like, what do I even know about your mama that for me to say, like, for you to get all irate and shit, try to make it look like I'm talking about your mama, first of all. And second of all, if I was really talking about your mama, like, you really would have, like, felt some type of way. Like, you're trying to put up a front because you know what I said low-key has some truth to it, which, guys, all I said was, You never know until you actually go to the school and try. He knew that had some type of truth to it. So instead for him to be like, you know what, you're right. Even if Epic would have said, you know what, I heard the school was ghetto, but when you talk, you right, like you low key right, like I gotta go and see for myself. Even if Epic said that, we could have like, you know, moved on from the conversation. But no, you wanted to fight that day because I feel like you didn't have my birthday gift. Like, I feel like, and this is another thing. I'm gonna say, I don't know if it's the night or 2 nights before, I asked him, I was like, hey, like, do you have my gift? He was like, you gonna get your gift? Like, he kind of brushed it off. Like, he was like, look, he was like, if I say he said, if I tell you to make a wish list, why would I tell you to make a wish list to not get you your gift? I got your gift. You gonna get it when I see you. You're lying. You're fucking lying. So I just personally feel like he just wanted to start a fight with me so he didn't have to give me a gift. So I text him and I say, I think I told him, I said, you ruined my birthday. Don't ever text me again. He texted me, telling myself, trust me, I would never text nobody like you again. Bye. And he blocked me everywhere. Y'all, so mind you, right after this happened, I get a knock at my door, and I'm like damn near at the verge of tears because I'm so angry, y'all. Like, this boy pissed me off, y'all. I don't like what, first of all, I don't know about y'all, but not every year, but sometimes I get birthday depression. I don't know what it is, but sometimes I get very depressed around my birthday, and I don't know, I just get very depressed. So that year I was extremely depressed when my birthday was approaching. I began to get more and more depressed as my birthday was approaching. And he just single-handedly managed to ruin my birthday within 5 minutes. Like, I was so over it because I already was not looking forward to my birthday. And then when he came and did that, like, I was so over it, right? So my friend ends up coming. She knocks at my door. She's happy birthday. Mind you, I didn't tell her what happened because it just happened. So she's happy birthday. And she has a big gift. And she's, you know, she comes in the house and stuff like that. And at this time, it's approaching like 10:30. So I'm trying to get ready to set up my room so I can start my quiz, you know. So I'm telling her what he did. And I'm just like, he just ruined my birthday. Like, he ruined my birthday. And my friend's trying to cheer me up. She's like, girl, like, F that nigga. Like, don't let him ruin your birthday, this and that. Like, girl, like, leave him alone. Like, if he don't know how to communicate, like, da-da-da. She was like, he blocked you? She was like, yeah, he's a done deal. Like, this and that. Like, she's just trying to cheer me up, right? So she gives me my gifts and she ends up like leaving or whatnot. I didn't even have time to process everything he did because now I have to go take a test. So I end up going to, I don't know if it was a quiz or a test, but I end up going to take my quiz or whatnot. I take my quiz and I'm done with my quiz, and me and her, we used to work out every morning. So after the quiz, now I gotta hurry up and go to the gym now. So my day is like on the go. Like, my day is on go type shit. So legit, right before I was about to go to the gym, I bursted out crying, y'all. I was trying so hard to hold it in. I was trying so hard to hold it in, but like, I couldn't. So I just start crying like crazy. So I get myself together and I end up going to the gym, and yeah, he blocked me. That was it, right? Fast forward to like a month from now. I'm gonna say it was a month and a half after this situation. I kind of took responsibility in this situation and kind of was just like, Irene, it's your fault. You know, this boy has been doing you dirty since 9th grade. In 9th grade, I was 14. I am now, at this time when he did this, I was 23. This boy's been doing you dirty since you were a little girl. What did you expect from him? Like, did you expect him to change? Like, this boy's full of shit. Like, just face it. Like, so I was able to get over it. Like, I mean, I will always remember Epic for ruining my 23rd birthday because my whole day was ruined because of him, right? I'm at H-E-B, and if you don't know what H-E-B is a grocery store. And I'm checking out, and we used to like to go to the self-checkout because sometimes the lines would be too long for the regular checkouts. So me and my friend, we went to the self-checkout, but H-E-B's rules are like, if you have more than 15 items, you really cannot check out. Cause it's supposed to be a self, you know what I mean? But me and my friend were sharing a basket, so we had more than 15 items, of course, because I had groceries and she had groceries too. We ain't gonna sit up here and act like we had all the groceries in the world, but we had like groceries, right? So we're getting ready to check out. This white lady, she accuses us of trying to steal. She starts saying that we're trying to steal because She basically is saying that we're trying to steal because we know that there's only supposed to be less than 15 items, and then we brought 15 items here, so we try to distract her so we can steal. So I start going off on her. I was like, bitch, ain't nobody trying to steal. Like, I'm screaming at her, like, y'all, I'm legit screaming at her. I'm like, bitch, ain't nobody trying. I'm cursing her out and everything. I was like, with your fucking racist ass, with your racist ass. I was like, why you automatically assuming that we trying to steal, huh? Why you are, like, first of all, even because sometimes HEB will say, oh, less than 15 items or less than 10 items. And sometimes, I'm not even gonna lie, y'all, I don't be wanting to wait in them long ass lines. So my ass run over to the self-checkout. And sometimes the people in the people that are working in the self-checkout, they don't say nothing to me. They just look at me and they just be like, whatever. But like, there have been times where I tried to do that because I didn't want to wait in a long line. And there's been a lady that's came to me and been like, ma'am, this area is only for people with 10 items or less. You cannot do it. And I'll just take my L and I'll go wait in a long line. But what you're not going to do is you're not going to try to accuse us of stealing. That's what you're not going to do. So I start going off on her. I'm like, where's your manager? I am the manager. Like, she's screaming back. So we end up getting into it with her. One of these other managers came and was like, y'all, just check out and go. And the white lady's trying to say they're trying to steal. Like, she's accusing us of stealing. I'm getting so irate. Like, I'm getting so angry because it's like white people is all circling around. We just look like the two niggers that are. And I know people say, don't say niggers with an ER, but let's just keep it above. We just look like the two niggers that are trying to steal in front of all these white people. White people looking at us like they the judge, like they jury, like they finna convict us. Like the white people like this. Don't look at me like that. I ain't stealing. So we get into this big fiasco. Mind you, my phone is in my pocket because it wasn't in my pocket at first. But when I started arguing with her, I put my phone in my pocket, like, you know, and started like, you know, using my hands to argue with her. So we end up checking out finally because the manager ends up just saying, y'all can do it. You know, y'all just check out. And we end up leaving. I'm getting angry. Me and my friend, we talking about it. And I'm like, no, for real. Like, that lady got us messed up. This and that. Like, we're talking about the situation. And we end up loading all of our groceries in the car. We end up getting in the car. And I'm the one who drove the car. So I finally get my phone out the pocket. Now, mind you guys, when the situation with the white lady happened, I did not click my phone to turn it off. My phone was already like on, like it was on, and I was on my call log. I was trying to call somebody on my phone. So when the situation happened, I just put my phone in my pocket, and I'm guessing my phone butt dialed Epic's number because I go to the call log and I see that it's like 3 missed calls from Epic, and it's like, but below that, it shows that I called him first. So I'm like, oh my God. I'm looking like, oh my God. Then I'm also thinking like, why did he unblock me? Like, you know what I mean? I'm thinking, because y'all remember I told you guys, he blocked me. I never blocked him. I didn't care to. But I remember he blocked me because the last time I texted him, my messages showed up green. And he blocked me on Instagram. He blocked me everywhere, right? So at this point, I'm like, oh my God. He texted me. So then I scroll down, I see a notification from him. It was a whole bunch of messages. Y'all, this boy is going off on me. He's like, why you calling? Why you calling, huh? Why you calling? You're supposed to be blocked. You're supposed to be blocked. Why you calling? Don't ever call this phone again. You think I forgive you? Don't ever call this phone again. Who do you think you are? Who do you think? Why my phone had to do that shit to me, man? This nigga really think I want him. This nigga think I want him. So I try to call him back, y'all, because y'all got to understand, I'm already angry from HEB. I'm already on one. So when I called this boy back, I was going to go off on him. So I called him back. As soon as the phone rang, he answered. So I said, look here. He said, no, you look here. Don't ever call this phone again. He hung up and he blocked me, y'all. This boy blocked me. I tried to text him. That message showed up green, y'all. That boy blocked me. That boy blocked me, y'all. That's the story time. There's really nothing else to it. Like, that's it. He blocked me. When I tell you guys I was so angry. Oh, I was so angry. I was in the car with my friend, and if she watching this, she gonna laugh. I was like, fuck you. I was going off, y'all. I was so mad because y'all know how y'all really don't be caring about a nigga no more. And it's some, like, let's keep it a buck. To him, he doesn't know the story. He doesn't know the story like this, y'all. So to him, he's probably thinking, she called me. She want me to forgive her. No, bitch, I didn't call you. My fucking butt called you, not me. Not me. So at this point, I'm angry, y'all. I kind of feel defeated. I was thinking of downloading Text Now and messaging him from Text Now, but I was like, whatever, man. I just ended up blocking his number back because I don't know, I was just irritated. But yeah, y'all, that's a story time. That's a story. I don't even know what I'm gonna title this story time, but that's a story time with me and Epic. And then what else? Oh, okay. So y'all know, if y'all not following my TikToks, I'm gonna leave it down below in my description box. Definitely check out my TikToks. I be popping on there. I don't know, my TikToks are funny, right? So every now and then my videos go viral because I'm a damn fool. And I be doing tomfoolery on TikTok, so my videos be going viral every now and then, right? So there was a video I had posted and it went viral, and whenever my videos go viral, a whole bunch of people start following me. So I don't really follow people back on TikTok unless I personally know you. And because so many people on TikTok follow me at once, sometimes I might not be able to catch like people following me, right? So one of my videos had went viral and I was just going through the people who were following me. Y'all, why Epic followed me? This was recently, y'all. This was like a month or two ago. This is like a month ago. No, this is in September. Why Epic followed me? You thought I was feeling you? You're a munch. I'm not following you. That's how this shit started. That's how the shit started back then when he cut me off and everything. And then he went and followed me on Instagram. Then I followed him back. And then eventually he started DMing me. So you went and followed me again? I thought I was the girl that talked about your mom. And that's the reason why I said that Epic was capping and Epic was trying to make an issue out of nothing because he didn't want to give me a birthday gift. That's all it is. That's all it is. There cannot be nothing else. If Epic really felt that I was talking shit about his mom, he would not follow me on TikTok. Why are you following me on TikTok? Why would you follow somebody that was talking shit about your mom? Why? And I'm pretty sure that he will follow me on Instagram if he could, but he blocked me there. Y'all, my camera died. Oh, my camera died. But yeah, that's basically the story time, y'all. That's the story time. But like I said before, I don't even know where I was at. I ain't gonna lie. But like I said, if he really felt that I was talking about his mom, he would not follow me on TikTok. Because especially his dead mom, he would not follow me on TikTok. It just goes to show you that men just will do anything except for what they're supposed to do. And also, y'all, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them, y'all. If somebody shows you who they are the first time, believe them. Don't think, oh, I can change him, or oh, maybe I'm over here thinking that maybe he's changed, because when me and him got into that whole fiasco and everything, that's when we were 15, 16 years old. We were kids. I'm thinking he's 24 now, he's 25, like, you know, maybe he's changed. No, y'all, that boy was just as bad as he was back then, y'all. People rarely change their bad habits. It takes a lot for somebody to change their bad habits. So when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Yeah, y'all, that's the ending of this story time. I'm sorry, this story time was a little long because so much shit happened, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you are new to the channel, thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Irene, and I feel like you should check out the rest of my content. Also, if you have not liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and y'all let me know down in the comment section, do y'all think I was wrong? Do y'all think I could probably say, if I have to say something, I will probably say that I sometimes tend to be a little too argumentative. Sometimes I gotta let, like, you know, certain like debates go and just let the person have it. But other than that, I don't think I did anything wrong in this situation. But y'all let me know down below, and I love you guys so much. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.